Hello, my name is Abimbola Shodipe. With me here today is Salome, Esther, and Aditutu. We are presenting the integrating social listening and social media with influencer marketing strategy for two brands, Starbucks and Tim Hortons. Today's presentation has been divided into five. So we have the introduction, the Brandwatch analysis, social media campaign, influencer strategy, and our conclusion. A quick overview of Starbucks shows that they are a globally recognized coffee house with premium coffee, distinctive store ambiance, strong brand identity, and customer experience. Statistics show that they are a strong competitor in the industry due to their extensive global presence, innovative products, and loyal customer base. A quick overview of Tim Hortons shows that Tim Hortons is a Canadian icon with over 4,800 locations worldwide. According to Restaurant Brand International 2024, Tim Hortons dominates the Canadian market. Statista also revealed that Tim Hortons holds the 7th brand value position among restaurants brands worldwide. Here is a quick comparison of both brands. The unique selling proposition for both brands differs. Starbucks has premium coffee as one of its unique selling proposition. They have customer experience with cozy, inviting store atmosphere that always encourage their customers to prolong their visit or want to visit at another time. Innovation is another selling point for Starbucks. They have sustainability and loyalty programs. Tim Hortons, on the other hand, focuses on affordability, convenience. So in terms of convenience, they have extensive location across Canada with drive-through services everywhere. They have this Canada identity that makes them unique, and they have simple, classy menu. In comparison with price, Starbucks targets premium customers, while Tim Hortons focus on affordability, appealing to budget-conscious consumers. In terms of customer experience, of course, there will be difference. Since their targets are different and their unique selling points are different, Starbucks focus on premium and relaxed in-store experience, while Tim Hortons prioritize convenience. The social media presence of these two brands also differs. Starbucks have over 17 million followers on Instagram, 34 million followers on Facebook, and over 10 million followers on Twitter, while Tim Hortons has 424,000 followers on Instagram, over 3 million followers on Facebook, and about 348,000 followers on Twitter. Their engagements also differs. Starbucks have high social media engagement rates with frequent likes, comments, and posts, active user interactions, true stories, live sections, and user-generated content, while Tim Hortons have a moderate engagement with consistent like and comment, although not as frequent as Starbucks. They focus more on community-centric posts and Canadian culture theme. Both brands are more active on Twitter. These are quick snapshots of pictures from their social media handles showing the number of likes, followers, and all. We went ahead and did the head-to-head report of their Instagram posts using dates range of July 26th to August 9th. We find out that we're able to analyze that Tim Hortons have about 1.97 thousand engagement per post, while Tim Hortons have a higher engagement rate of about over 16,000 engagement per post. The number of posts per day also differs. Here are quick snapshots of the pictures from their posts showing the number of comments, likes, and share. The Facebook report also shows that using the same date range, that Starbucks have high engagements per post, while Tim Hortons have low engagement per post. The number of posts per week also differs for both brands. Starbucks have a higher posts per week, more than Tim Hortons. Here are a few snapshots of pictures of posts from both brands. So in comparison, we can say that the follower count for Starbucks is more. They lead with more followers across all platforms, indicating a broader global reach and a stronger online presence. Engagement for both platforms, both brands also differs. Starbucks has a higher engagement rate with more interactive and visually appealing content. Tim Hortons are not doing bad as well, though they focus within their niche, focusing on more on Canadian culture and community. The content strategy for Starbucks is frequent updates with more product launch, sustainable initiative, and user-generated content. While Tim Hortons emphasize on traditional value and community involvement. Both platforms, both brands are more interactive on Twitter. I'll be handing over to my colleague Salom to take it over from here. Salom, over to you. I'm going to give you the control of the slide now.
Thank you so much, Abimbola. Thank you. So I'll be running you through the power of social listening for our brands, Starbucks and Tim Hortons. Then our location will be Canada, and our date range will be from 1st of June to August 4th. So August 8th, sorry, 2024. So this is our sentiment analysis and a snapshot of what it looks like. We have over 17,000 mentions, and we have over 9,000 unique authors. This is what the graph of our mentions look like. So our sentiment analysis and emotion analysis. For sentiments, we notice that our negative is higher and the increase at 34%, and our joy is the highest here, increasing at 18%. Here is also a written description of what we showed you earlier, but I'm going to take note of the spike. The spike was on the 17th of July, which is a discussion around saying that Starbucks has an alignment with Republican National Convention. So people are saying they should boycott it because they are going to have a political alignment. This is one of the major causes of the negative sentiment. So our online behavior, we noticed that people engage most with their posts on Wednesdays, followed by Tuesdays. Then for the timing, people engage most by 1 a.m., followed by from 10 a.m. to around 2 p.m. Then for mentions and engagement, here's a snapshot of what people are saying, how people are talking about their gluten-free products, how people are talking about the convention we mentioned earlier also, and people are saying they should boycott Starbucks. So for the engagement analysis, here is also the graph of what we showed you earlier. This is just a graphical representation of the mentions I showed you earlier. So then we now come to our trends and our key themes. There are 3 trending topics here: the pumpkin spice latte that we mentioned earlier, and the Republican National Convention we mentioned earlier. And people are also talking about the coffee chain. The ongoing general discussion is that Starbucks has the leading coffee chain. So this post is one thing that caught our attention because you have about 1,705 impressions. People are saying that they're interested in the pumpkin spice latte, which is also a notable thing for Starbucks to also cater for people of this kind of audience, people that have some dietary restrictions. So we're going to target the male because most of the authors, 62% of the authors are male. And then for interest, 12% of them are interested in politics, 12% of them are interested in family and parenting. And then for profession, 24% of them are artists. Then recommendation, what we recommend for Starbucks for them to focus on this seasonal product of the pumpkin spice latte and then make use of it. And then they should involve a reward program also and introduce this vegan option because people are really interested in it, just like gluten-free mentioned. Then we also advise they should address the negative spike, which is also the mention about the satisfaction of the customer service people are talking about. And then they should guarantee people that when they make an order, what they order is what they get, because the no ice issue was what people were really talking about. They should train their staff to know how to manage particular and special requests. So for sentiment analysis for Tim Hortons, here is a screenshot of what it looks like for Tim Hortons. They have over 24,000 total mentions and over 10,000 unique authors. Here is what the graph of the mention volume looks like. Then for sentiment and emotion analysis, we noticed that for Tim Hortons, neutral is on the increase and it's the highest at 5%. We noticed that for the emotions, joy is the highest and it's on the increase at 9%. Here is the description of what we showed you earlier, but the spike also is what I'm going to mention here. So its spike is also same day as Starbucks, which is also 17th of July. But for Tim Hortons, it goes down to talk about the safety precautions that people are talking about for the Tim Hortons Camp Day, which, and also people are talking about how 100% of the proceeds from the coffee and the iced tea they're going to sell is going to go to the Tim Hortons Foundation to support the underprivileged youth. So their online behavior here too shows that there are people mostly engage with them on Wednesdays, and the next days are Thursdays. The highest time also, just like Starbucks, is 1 a.m., then from around 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then here also there are mentions and what people are saying about them. People are talking about someone defecating at the Tim Hortons car park. People are talking about the camp day also. Here's a graphical representation of the engagement that we showed you earlier. Here are the key themes and trends also. People are talking about the Hamilton Tiger cards, and then people are talking about their collaboration with Tim Hortons, and then how they are promoting the sponsorship of the CFL season. Then the major one is the Tim Hortons parking lot people are talking about, and someone defecating at the park. Someone said they even checked and it's 100% real, it's not AI generated. And then the 100% fee and coffee sales proceeds that are going to the Tim Hortons can be is also a major discussion and one of the major cause of the positive engagements too. So one trending post we picked interesting because it had high impressions of 4,568 was because at DDS noted that they've been making people to pick up used cup and then pour disposal of Tim Hortons used cup. And then right from his kindergarten days, they made him pick up this, and he sees this as child slavery every spring when they bring this up. So our target audience will be male, because for gender it will be male because 67% of the people that are the authors are male. And then for people that are interested in family and parenting has the highest year as 14%, and artists has the highest year at 26%. Then for our recommendation for Tim Hortons, because due to our brand analysis, we are recommending that Tim Hortons focus on the iced coffee people are talking about, saying that because people are saying they're the best at it. And then another thing we want them to address is the satisfaction felt by DDS Note, because they should make sure that they find a way to properly dispose this. They should bring up campaigns for reusable cup or bring up rewards for returning of cup. They should also address other negative spikes in this negative sentiment as well. Some of them were driven by what we mentioned earlier, the poor hygiene in the environment, and then lack of proper customer service. We also encourage that Tim Hortons to try and engage those that have these negative mentions, that are having high mentions and high impressions on their social media platform. I'll be handing over to Adetutu for the social listening as the foundation for social media. Thank you.
Thank you, Salome. Following the social listening analysis, we intend to use our insights to actually improve and develop marketing strategies and enhance customer service. In terms of StarBucks goal, looking at StarBucks goal, our goal is to increase positive sentiment around promoting gluten-free options, which we saw in the post by Sandra, that they had 1,705 impressions, which indicates a strong interest on gluten-free options. So we are capitalizing on that. And this is the objective as stated below: brand awareness and also increasing dietary supplement restrictions. In terms of the campaign, what we intend to do is basically to focus on the posts, created some posts, these are the posts that we created. These are the posts that will actually increase the awareness of the kind of variants that they have for the gluten-free options, as stated within the post. And also for the StarBucks, we also included posts also for vegan menu guides and also custom options. In terms of the platform strategy, we are actually going to be posting all these things based on the timings that we know that the target audience will be available. And the timing would actually be Wednesdays and Tuesdays. Then for our social media campaign, we are basically targeting the male, and the key performance indicators are highlighted below. The strategy here is to actually emphasize on the hashtag that will be saying that will highlight StarBucks for everyone and gluten-free, so that it will incorporate those that are not taking StarBucks and also those that are taking the gluten menu. And it is targeted at stressing our objective, driving engagement, and increasing visibility. And the platform, as I already stated, the monetary engagement, we are focusing on the analytics and metrics, which The items we are focusing are stated below: the engagement metric, followers, growth, and the rest. And here are the audience engagement strategy. We are also focusing on the comments, direct messages, community engagement, and hashtags, as stated earlier. For the social media campaign for Tim Hortons, our goal is to reduce the negative sentiments that is centered around their disposable waste, as seen in the post that generated about 4,568 impressions, which is more or less like the dissatisfaction about the environmental hygiene. So this is what we intend to address and clear. And the objectives are stated below: to improve brand reputation and emphasize on proper disposable measures for used cups. Our social media campaign is targeting predominantly the male, Gen Z, and the millennials, and the KPIs are stated as follows. Our strategy here is actually to intensify more on the hashtags, like Team Goes Green and Team Hortons Goes Green, which will be posted on their blogs and social medias, and there will be hashtag and QR codes on the bins on strategic areas that will actually refer customers or refer their clients, tell them where they can adequately and hygienically empty their trashes, and also get reward for properly disposing all these items. This is a way of actually listening to them and also doing what they want. And also we have the cup recycling program that we intend to also for paying them for actually coming to buy cups and reusing those cups. They will actually save money and be rewarded as well. And these are the posters that we intend to use. That is the cups. They buy the cups. Once they buy the cups and they reuse the cup, they get savings on all those cups. Those are the disposable waste that they will be seen everywhere. And the QR codes are also there as well to actually channel them to the proper way to dispose this trash. And that's the platform strategy. Just like we said for Starbucks, we have strategic times that they need to actually target their contents to meet the right audience. And the timing is also stated according to our Brandwatch data. Wednesdays and Thursdays are ideal for Tim Hortons, and the best time is also 1 a.m. and also from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monitoring and engagement, just like we said earlier, we are focusing on the analytics and the metrics. These are the guidelines that we are going to actually measure them on: the engagement down to the website traffic, and also on the engagement and audience strategy. We are going to be looking at their comments, what they are saying about the product, if they are listening, the hashtag, and the way they are also targeting other people, which will drive engagement and also increase visibility of the brand.
Okay, thank you so much, Tito. For the influencer marketing as an extension of social media strategy, this slide tells us the importance of choosing the right influencers who aligns with our goal, who aligns with the brand values, and also have a strong connection with our target audience. Our goal is also to utilize the influencers' reach to increase brand visibility, credibility, and engagement. For the influencer marketing for Starbucks, this slide shows the list of specific influencers targeted for Starbucks. Based on this, we suggest Starbucks partners with the likes of a T-Posh Millennial, who has a significant number of followers and is a top poster on Brandwatch for Starbucks. We recommend also collaborating with Sarah Howell, a GF blogger who has previously made a post about gluten-free option at Starbucks. Partnering with these influencers will help boost the brand positive sentiment towards Starbucks and position the brand as one that caters to a variety of dietary needs. For the influencer marketing for Tim Hortons. This slide shows the influencer marketing strategies that we have highlighted. It shows a list of the targeted influencers that we have that has a strong connection to the Canadian culture. Based on the list, we recommend partnering with the likes of Toronto Star, who is an influential news platform. It's a large number of following of about 1 million across Canada, and is also a top poster for Tim Hortons brand on Brandwatch. I did this note as well, who raised concern about waste disposal, reason being that we want these influencers to help improve Tim Hortons brand perception and address the environmental concerns. For our outreach and negotiation strategy, this slide provides a detailed plan for both Starbucks and Tim Hortons for their influencer marketing strategy outreach. It suggests that we reach out to the influencers, they reach out to the influencers, expressing their genuine appreciation for their work first, and explaining why the brand believes the partnership will be a great fit, while also clearly outlining the campaign value proposition, more like what the brand offers. Before reaching out, there should also have been an initial plan to engage with their brand beforehand, or with their content beforehand, and also a plan to invite the influencers to experience the brand firsthand unique experience, like the behind the scene of Starbucks facility, or an invitation to Tim Hortons community events, where the Tim Hortons community events, while the brand emphasized the importance of establishing a clear campaign objective with the influencers, and also discuss the compensation to ensure a smooth and successful campaign or partnership. For the conclusion, so based off on the insights from Brandwatch, there's a need to address the importance of social listening as the foundation of any successful social media and influencer marketing strategy. It shows how actively analyzing and monitoring conversation can help brands align with their strategies with their consumer sentiments, stay ahead of trends, and engage effectively with their audience. We also believe if Starbucks and Tim Hortons can adhere to the recommended strategies, the brand should expect to see an increased brand loyalty, market share, and online visibility. Thank you.